Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lawrence High School. Tonight's match features the Irish and Notre Dame and your Lawrence Cardinals. The Irish and Cardinals expect fair play, respect, and sportsmanship from its opponent and will compete within the rules of high school wrestling. In order to maintain the integrity, spirit, and tradition of high school athletics, the Lawrence High School Athletic Department requests that you embrace the spirit of high school competition by supporting today's players, coaches, and officials in a positive manner. Appropriate behavior set forth for members of the Colonial Valley Conference is required at all times. Today's match is conducted according to the rules of the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association. The NJSAA reminds you that any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion should not be tolerated and could subject the violator to ejection. It may result in penalties being assessed against your team. At this time, we'd like to recognize our senior Lawrence wrestlers. Up first, Emmett Beria, escorted by his parents, Franok and Hoshang Beria. Our next wrestler, senior Joelle D'Angelo, escorted by her parents, Clyde and Jillian D'Angelo. Hey. And our final senior wrestler this season, Jake Delardo, escorted by his parents, Michelle and Carl. How about another round of applause for our senior Lawrence wrestlers?
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Okay, at this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and join us as we respectfully honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what some weary day at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright
Welcome to Cardinal Sports on LTPS TV. First wrestler out for Lawrence, Ryan Edwards. At 106, looks like he's going to go unopposed as Notre Dame will forfeit that weight class. Next up, we're looking for Patrick Maloney from Lawrence at 113 pounds, going up against Josh Fredetta. We're expecting Josh Fredetta. Here he comes. You may have noticed people out. Well, there goes one right now, mopping up the mats. That is with a disinfectant to try and keep everyone safe, as are the black mats that the wrestlers wipe their feet on before they come out, trying to reduce any chance of germs being spread.
Wrestling at 106 for Lawrence was Ryan Andrews.
Still doing a little bit of cleanup on the mat, making sure everyone's safe.
At 113, Josh Fredetta and Ryan Maloney. Patrick Maloney.
And it looks like we're ready to get started. Maloney and Fredetta. And Maloney goes in for a leg, can't get a hold of it. He'll retreat and try it again. Now both wrestlers grappling for an advantage. And Maloney takes down Fredetta. There's 2 points for the takedown and a very quick pin as Maloney makes short work of Fredetta, giving a 6-point lead to Lawrence. Next up, the 120-pound weight class, where we expect to see Josh Marandino for Lawrence. Back there's Josh now.
Wrestling at 120 for Lawrence, Josh Marandino.
Don't see anyone coming up for Notre Dame. Looks like Josh is going to be unopposed, so he'll take the win by forfeit. Moving on to the 126-pound weight class, Joel D'Angelo, one of our seniors, will be wrestling for Lawrence. Taking a little time getting suited up. Now she's headed over to the
126
sign-in
for
stand.
Lawrence, Joel D'Angelo.
And looks like D'Angelo is going to be unopposed as well, so she'll win by forfeit. Next up, the 132-pound weight class, and unfortunately, Lawrence doesn't have anyone wrestling in that class.
132 is a double forfeit.
And neither does Notre Dame. So we'll move on to the 138-pound weight class with Zach Roldan wrestling for Lawrence.
138, Zach Roldan from Lawrence, and from Notre Dame. What is it?
Red Franzen will be wrestling for Notre Dame. You may have noticed several forfeits there for Notre Dame. They've shown up today with a light squad, shall we say. They're a little short-handed. I imagine some of that's due to the pandemic. But Roldan and Franzen are ready to go here for the 138-pound weight class. Now, Franzen went in for a takedown, couldn't get it. Roldan returned the favor, and Franzen's going to take advantage of it and get the takedown. 2 points for Franzen. Franzen has Molden down on the mat. Molden gets back up to his knees. Roldan attempting to escape. So far he's been unable to do so. Now he gets to his feet and is brought back down by Franzen. Franzen trying to roll Roldan over there. It did not work. Franzen doing his best to try and get Roldan over, but having no luck. Time ticking away in this first bout. And there's the buzzer for the end of the first bout. Score currently, Franzen up by 2 over Roldan. Very close match. And for the second round, the wrestlers will be starting the upright position. Franzen went in for a takedown. Roldan was ready for him. So far, no points to either of them. Roldan trying to break down the leg there, can't quite manage it. And Franzen will get the takedown. 2 more points.
Come on, you gotta move. You can't control it up, Zach. He's gonna tilt you. You sit there.
The referee's going to hold things up a moment.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
And we're ready to resume now with Roldan on the bottom. Franzen will be on top. The referee still making sure everything's just right. Now Franzen moves in and they'll restart. And Roldan gets to his feet but is brought back down again. Unable to complete the escape. Franzen once again trying to get to his, Roldan was trying to get to his feet, couldn't quite do it. He'll get called out of bounds and move back to the center of the mat. Franzen once again in control here. Been unable to get Roldan over on his back, however. Roldan's been very tough in that respect. Now Roldan trying to kick out. Time's going to tick away here. And there's the buzzer. So after 2 rounds of wrestling, Franzen is up by 4 points over Roldan. And it looks like Franzen is electing to start on the bottom for this third and final bout. He'll be looking for an escape point. Roldan, on the other hand, will be looking to take advantage of being on top to see if he can bring him down for a pin. So far, no escape. Roldan in command for the first time in this match. And Franzen's able to stand up and escape. Point for Franzen. Franzen goes in for the takedown. Roldan gets a hold of him and prevents any points from being scored. And it's a bit of a tussle to see who's going to get any points in this one. Referee decides they're deadlocked, and he'll bring them back to the center of the mat for a restart. 55 seconds left in this one. Once again, Franzen goes in for the takedown. Roldan jumps on him and grabs him. And now it's a takedown for Roldan. Roldan scores his first points of the match. Roldan going to work, see if he can make up some of those lost points or perhaps even get a pin for the win. And the time will tick away. So Red Franzen will be declared the winner by decision. Score now is Lawrence 24, Notre Dame 3. Up next, the 145-pound weight class with Emmett Barria wrestling for Lawrence and Gavin White wrestling for Notre Dame. Emmett's one of the seniors who was just recognized earlier in the program.
145 for Notre Dame, Gavin White. 145 for Lawrence, Emmett Barria.
And they'll get started. Very intense meeting of the two. Barria grabs White and brings him down. 2 points for a takedown, and it's looking like Barria may be getting a pin here very shortly. With a time of 1:28, Emmett Barria will pin Gavin White for the win. Next up in the 152-pound weight class, Omar Ibrahim will be wrestling for Lawrence. Looks like Ibrahim's going to go
152 for
unopposed.
Lawrence, Omar Ibrahim.
No sign of a Notre Dame opponent. And Ibrahim will be declared winner by forfeit. That will bring us to the 160-pound weight class where Tommy DeMarco will be wrestling for Lawrence.
160 for Lawrence, Tommy DeMarco.
Looks like DeMarco is going to go unopposed as well, and he'll win by forfeit. Next up, we're looking for Jake DeLardo from Lawrence. And it looks like Notre Dame's going to forfeit that weight class as well. A little entertaining dramatics there, but yes, they're forfeiting.
170 for Lawrence, Jake DeLardo.
So Jake DeLardo will win the 170-pound weight class by forfeit. Next up, the 182-pound weight class. Lawrence will be fielding
182,
Owen Drake.
Whitlock for Notre Dame. 182 for Lawrence, Owen Drake.
So Owen Drake wrestling for Lawrence and Logan Whitlock wrestling for Notre Dame. Whitlock retreating and then returning. Now Drake went in for a takedown, couldn't get the leg. They'll back off and reset. Drake once again going for the leg. This time he gets it. And he'll bring Drake down to the mat. 2 points for Whitlock. Whitlock back up to his feet. And Drake will bring him back down to the mat. Now, Drake has got Whitlock in pinning position. Whitlock with a very impressive looking bridge there for a while. Drake still got Whitlock in position for the pin. And there's the whistle for the pin. So Owen Drake will win the 182-pound weight class with a pin. That will take us to the 195-pound weight class where Matt Melchior will be wrestling for Lawrence.
$182 for Lawrence. Matt Melchior.
It looks like Melchior is going to
Check
go
out
unopposed as
195.
well.
Matt Melchior.
So Melchior wins by forfeit. That will bring us to the 220-pound weight class where Muhammad Abdullahi will be wrestling for Lawrence against Jalen Burns for Notre Dame.
$220 for Lawrence. Muhammad Abdullahi. Jalen buys $220 for Notre Dame.
Abdullahi already out on the mat. Burns sanitizing his shoes before entering. Now he'll join Abdullahi out on the mat. Both wrestlers seeking to gain an advantage, and Burns goes in, gets the takedown. Burns has Abdullahi on the mat and is trying to roll him over for a pin. And there's the pin as Jalen Burns will win the 220 match by a pin. That will bring up the last match of the night, the 285-pound weight class. Wrestling for Lawrence will be Pedro Maldonado, and for Notre Dame will be Mike McLeod.
Mike
There's
McLeod for
Maldonado
Notre Dame
and
at 285.
there's McLeod.
Pedro Maldonado for Lawrence. The final bout of the night.
McLeod seems to have a slight size advantage over Maldonado. That will give him a better reach, but not necessarily the win. Both wrestlers grappling, looking for control, trying to gain an advantage. McLeod trying to toss Maldonado around the ring, but not having much luck at it as Maldonado is holding tough. Wrestlers will separate and then go right back at it. No points scored yet by either wrestler.
He's back off. 30 seconds here. Circle in, circle in. Snap that head down, snap that head. Keep working that head, snap that head. Stand.
So far, these seem to be two very evenly matched wrestlers.
Time, take the time. Check the time. Short time. Center. 5 seconds. Other way, other
Now,
way.
Maldonado starts trying to toss McLeod around the ring, and that will be the buzzer for the end of the first period.
Hey, head drop.
Yo, you had this, snap it down. Come on, man. First two. Hey.
Be neutral, go be top.
First seat, let's go.
A little discussion there, and it looks like Maldonado is electing to start on top for the second round. And McLeod able to get to his feet and get the escape. He'll turn and go right after Maldonado. McLeod trying to bring down Maldonado, but still not having much luck at it.
Come on, Pedro. Check the time. Check the time. There you go, use it.
Hey, you're in that pancake position. You better take him over next time. All you have to do is snap him down.
Let's go, Pedro!
Come on, Pedro.
Get out of the Muay Thai. Let's start working. Offense. I want to see some points here.
Still neither wrestler able to gain an advantage from the upright position,
You got it.
despite repeated attempts. Well, McLeod reached for the leg there, but couldn't hang on to it. McLeod has Maldonado by the head, but is still unable to bring him down. Maldonado forcing McLeod out of bounds. It's proving to be a very tough fight for both wrestlers. And once again, they'll go at it. 10 seconds left in this round. And Maldonado went in for a takedown, missed, and instead McLeod will get the 2 points for the takedown. So at this point, McLeod leading over Maldonado 3-0. Final round of the evening, as Maldonado will be starting on the bottom. And he'll roll over and get a reversal. And McLeod will do the same thing, as it's another reversal. Now McLeod has Maldonado down, and there's the pin. So McLeod will win by a pin over Maldonado for the final event of the evening. And Lawrence will go on to win 60 points to 12 against Notre Dame. Be sure to tune in again next time for more exciting Cardinal sports action on LTPS TV.